We've witnessed in gaming history where the launch of a mobile game propels a franchise into the stratosphere. When you think about it, mobile is really the perfect platform. Almost everyone has a smartphone, and for the most part, we're always looking at those phones throughout the day. Enter Pokemon Go. When it officially launched on July 6, 2016, it quickly became the biggest mobile game in the world. It motivated people to go out, be active, and catch them all. Pokemon was always a big franchise, but nowhere near as big as it is today. Most of that is credited to the lucrative success of Pokemon Go. Just looking at the revenue, you can tell how much of a success it is. From launch in 2016 through 2021, Niantic made over $5 billion in revenue. And not only was Pokemon Go a success in and of itself, but it also led to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee 2 years later in 2018, which to me were great games. Now, they weren't met with a lot of happiness from the mainstream fans, the competitive players, being that it was more tailored to new people to the Pokemon franchise. It was intended to be a lot of people's first Pokemon game. So for instance, whenever you're out and about and you're catching Pokemon, you don't battle like you do in a traditional Pokemon game. Instead, in Let's Go, you toss berries towards the Pokemon and eventually a Pokeball, a Great Ball, an Ultra Ball, etc. before you catch them. I myself thought that it was a really good game. Me being a Gen 1 fan, I grew up playing Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Red, and Pokemon Yellow, so playing Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee was just a walk down memory lane for myself. I enjoyed going back and seeing Misty and seeing Brock and going back to all of these iconic locations that I not only watched in the show but also played through in those first games. Pokemon Let's Go also did things that we hadn't yet seen in a Pokemon game. For instance, all Pokemon were to scale, they all had their individual movement styles, and you were able to ride on the back of Pokemon if they were big enough for it to make sense. Take for example Onix. Onix is a very big Pokemon, so when you ride on your Onix's back with your Eevee or Pikachu on your shoulder, he moves as he would in the show, as he did in the show, as he would in real life if an Onix were a real thing. Gengar follows behind you, and every once in a while he'll just disappear to try to keep up with you as a ghost would. Mew, a very playful Pokemon, as we all know, he likes to dash out in front of you, and it's really cool the way that Mew's movement in particular is, because it's in front of you, so it has to know where you're going in a way. I guess it's just a very quick calculation, so whenever you turn, Mew turns but ahead of you. It's really cool, and whenever you see it in action, it really blows your mind a little bit. Now, do I expect the same thing for Diablo Immortal and the Diablo franchise that we got from Pokemon Go and the Pokemon franchise? I think that it potentially could. Diablo has some of the most die-hard fans in gaming, and with the inclusion of a battle pass and other cosmetic items and other chests that you can purchase, I honestly think it'll be a cash cow for Blizzard, and they will continue to update this game throughout the next, the coming years, the next 10 years, the next 12 years possibly even. Now, I also know in the past that we have seen mobile games fail to live up to consumers' expectations. Take Bethesda's Blades, for example. I think most of us were expecting a Skyrim remake or Skyrim on the go, and when we didn't get that, we kind of just tossed it to the side and never really looked back. But if you take Blades for what it is, an RPG on the go, and is very good looking, I think that Bethesda really nailed it. But in doing so, they kind of ruined everyone's confidence in a mobile game that they put out going forward. Which brings me back to Immortal. With Immortal, you're getting the same Diablo game that you've always played. You're getting not only a Diablo game, but the biggest Diablo game made to date as per Blizzard. 8 zones, NPCs, unscripted events, and it's essentially going to be an MMO because you're always going to be surrounded by other players, and you're going to have central hubs and just lots of new things that we have yet to see in Diablo. Another example of a mobile game being done right to deliver an experience that you would normally get in a mainstream game was Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Now, Animal Crossing is obviously a game that you can get lost in. It's so immersive, and I've spent so many hours across New Leaf and New Horizons and every other Animal Crossing game that I have played, and it's to the point where I'm pretty sure I have more friends on Animal Crossing than I do in real life. But when you load up Pocket Camp, you know you're going to get the exact same experience that you get on your 3DS with New Leaf, on your Switch with New Horizons. You're going to be able to make friends, have fun, find things, sell things, and do all the small things that you do to waste your time in Animal Crossing. But if Blizzard are able to do what Nintendo has done with Animal Crossing Pocket Camp and what Niantic did with Pokemon Go, it's obviously going to be a huge success. There's obviously the market there, being that everyone does have mobile games, and it's such a big game, everyone's going to at least want to try it. And I think when they try it and they see that it is a true Diablo experience, they'll stick around for a very, very long time to come. I myself am already planning to buy a battle pass, buy cosmetics, and several other things, so they'll be able to stay afloat for a while just off of my purchases alone for sure. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and stick around for more videos like this in the future. Until next time.